What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys how I was able to make $75,000 of pure profits in the last 2 weeks. Actually, it was a little less than 2 weeks. It was one day, which was a holiday on Tuesday, and Monday was a half day. So really like 8 trading days or 9 trading days or whatever, 10 trading days, 9 trading days, whatever it is. I started this account with $150,000 and currently I profited over $215,000. I already withdrew $15,000 and I plan to withdraw $50,000 because I'm happy holding my account at $150,000. I talk to you how was I able to achieve this, what were some of my biggest trades, and what were some of the takeaways on how I was able to make $75,000. Of course, this is not, an average goal. 50% of your account in about 2 weeks is not something any beginner can do, and it's really large amount. It's really $150,000. It takes a lot of experience. It takes a lot of patience and the knowledge of the markets before you can get to this level. But it's really nice for you guys to know and kind of take a look at what you can expect in the future of your trading career. So I promise you one day you'll be here, just like I am, trading with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now I started this account, Hero FX. If you're not familiar with Hero FX, it's the best broker around if you're trying to trade indices, if you're trying to trade gold, oil, forex, any of this stuff. I recommend you guys click down below. I'll have the links down below. They always have huge deposit bonuses, like 90% deposit bonus, or some promotions with that no commission. A whole just a bunch of stuff. Just go sign up, trade out their demo accounts. They have some great demo accounts that you can trade on. It's just a great platform. I've been really loving it. I've been trading only NAS 100. And it's going to be a very first thing that I tell you guys is I've only traded NAS 100, which would be the equal of the QQ. So equal to NASDAQ, it's equal to NQ. They all move together. That's been solely the only thing I traded, except with SPX 500, which would be the SPY SPX, which I did trade once or twice, but it was on a very small size. I've also been sticking to trading the NAS 100. And that's been one of the number one key things that you should be doing is focusing on either one index, one stock, one pair, 1 to 3 really max. Sometimes you can rotate it with some other things. If you really are feeling like a really great setup, sure, go ahead. But I recommend you guys get super familiar with one first before you start exploring other things. Almost all of this have been trading live over the Twitch. I'm sure all of you guys are watching this due to the Twitch streams. I would say about half of this, at least 50% of these trades have been traded live over on Twitch. So if you're missing those guys, it's literally free money. Stop missing out. Get into those Twitch streams. Come trade with us live every single day. If you want to come in a premium Discord, really follow my plays, follow my callouts, learn from me. The links are down below. Let's do 20% off discount for whoever's watching this. 20% off. Hit the links down below and come join us. So the very first thing I want to do, guys, I want to go over the biggest trade that I took within these 2 weeks, right? So here I have about $37,000 of profits that both came in the same day, which was June 29th. As you guys can see, I took a long position on the NAS, which I did chart on the QQQ, so I'll be showing you guys the QQ chart. I'll break down that trade real quick. As you can see, you can exactly see my entries, my exits, and everything in between. So it's actually a long position. If you did not trade with us that day, you guys remember that we went short, and then eventually we went long. So what was the reason we went long, right? That was the bigger trade. So my entry in the trade was right around this secondary candle right here. But first, let's talk about the short setup. You can see gap up. And what you have to know is if you have a gap up, a lot of times you sell off. Why? A lot of times price is exhausted, especially if it's a pretty decent large move. This one wasn't a huge move, but it was a decently sized move. Just like if you have a sell-off, usually if you have a sell-off, guys, you sell off during the day, and then you gap down, high chance you're going to bounce that next day. Just keep that in the back of your mind. So took a short position, was very simple. We retested pre-market lows. The short position was off this level, and then we shorted down to the next level, which was right around here, and then eventually to the next level, which was right around this wicks right here from June 28th, and then the support from June 27th. You guys can see here, very nice level of support. But why did I take a long position here? Very simple, guys. At the end of the day, it's very simple stuff. We have all the demand here, right? Guess what you did? You hit the demand right here. Sorry, this was the day. You work below it, you grab liquidity, and guess what happens? You run it back up. And also, key component. Let me know in the comments down below. In this red box. Why do I have these two lines around here? Right? Well, is this a pattern? It's not a pattern. It's not a bear flag. A bear flag will be move down, right? Take a brush tool. Then you go here, and then you go down. This is the opposite. This is you go down, but then you kind of sideways down, right? It's a weird pattern, right? But it's actually, it's a legitimate thing. Whenever you go this sideways action, it's not the bear flag action. When the bear flag action is like this, the continuation is going to be more down, more than likely. But when you start doing these subtle things here, more than likely you're going to bounce. That means prices it got exhausted to the downside, and you look for a breakout to the upside. Very similar if you ever traded falling wedges, right? Falling wedges that look like this, the pattern, and then they break out. Very similar stuff. So if you're searching the price, do this, right? And that can be also for the top side, guys. If you see, so we all know bull flag, right? I'm giving you guys a quick lesson here. Bull flag, right? You go here and then you go boom, boom, boom. Then you go higher. If you see the thing, do this. Or like you go down. And then usually you'll form like a head and shoulder or some other kind of pattern, technical pattern, and you go down. Another indication, right? One indication, second indication, cross below here, talks long, back up to the top side, right? Very simple stuff. But it's how you want to trade. Look for the supply and demand and the risk, right? Look at the larger time frames as well. Keep an eye on the larger time frames. You see all this demand here, right? The biggest sell-off, right? You pull back perfectly here, and then you can come down, right? But then we caught this bounce here. We caught this move up, move down. We caught first move down, and then secondarily then move up to the long side to retest this major level. See 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This major level that was created, and then you went down, and then the next day you got top. That was a whole different deal, but that was the reason why I took that trade. And you have to learn, guys. You have to learn the trades that I bias, right? If I went this day thinking, hey, I'm only planning to go short, right? Because you guys saw I went short, and then I flipped my trade and went long. Why? Because I'm just following the chart, guys. Remember the model. The model is TTC. Write this down, TTC, and you stick on your notes or whatever you write it down, wherever you take notes on. If you're a sticky note, trade the damn chart. That's all you have to do when you do this stuff. Guys, demand here, right? Demand here, you showed you guys hourly. You wick below, you grab liquidity, you close above it. Why would you short? Why would you short after a percent move down? How often do you see the market go down over 1% of the day? It can, but it's extremely rare, right? Here, the trade was simple. It was safe. You enter right here, target this major level, stop loss right under that. That's a nice 2.5 risk reward. I got it nicely, and I waited, guys. I was patient to take my PT right here. Did not rush my PT here. Did not rush my PT here. All right, I was patient. I actually added onto my position. You guys saw I had first 10 lots. I will pull that back up. First 10 lots, right, and then add a little more later for as the position got stronger. 2 positions the same day, pretty much the same trade, both at the same time. So keep it simple, right? Trade is high risk reward setup. Even if it didn't work, guys, if this didn't work, take another one. That didn't work, then take a third one. That third one will erase all the losses I made for last 2. But if you guys are just jumping in just to jump in on anything without having a plan, without a proper risk management, you cannot take this. And you guys see I'm not doing anything fancy. The market is simple, guys. The market is like, what is the liquidity? We need to hit the liquidity. We have to grab the liquidity and go the other way. That's what the market wants to do. It's very rare that it just falls one day. Let's go to Friday. Please pass Friday. Guys, what did the market do here? Grab this liquidity, right? The market lows. You see it is wick, right? We went long here. If you guys trading with Friday, we went long this. Got the liquid. Then guess what happened? Filled this liquidity gap, right? Gap down. Grabbed it and went back down. You see, it's grabbing liquidity and it goes the other way. It's that simple. Learn what the liquidity is, or you're going to become the liquidity. You don't know what the liquidity is? Come trade with me. I know what it is. You don't want to find it yourself? You don't want to find it? Trade with me. I find it for you. You follow me. You make money. That's simple. Links are down below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make a few more videos before I go to Italy. So leave a like, leave a comment, as always. Peace.